Hi dudes! So welcome to another video diary, where I'll just talk a little bit about how I'm doing. Well, basically, here's the thing. Here's what we're gonna do today. I have actually not been doing so well lately. And by lately, I actually have no idea how long it's been, because it started to feel like my new normal. It took me a while to realize maybe I'm not doing so great. Like, nothing to worry about, it's just, it happens. So I figured I would maybe explore that a little bit. Trying to maybe untangle some of those feelings, because I haven't really talked much about it, I haven't really reflected much upon it. And then I figured I could maybe try to cheer myself up a little bit by actually revisiting some fond memories, because I recently found that you can actually check your balance on your Suica card, Plasma card, ThisMinah card, like basically the public transport cards that they use in Japan and Korea. I have a bunch, not a bunch, I have 2 of each because me and the boyfriend were traveling together. I found out that you can actually check your balance on apps if you have, what's it called, NFC, yeah. If you have NFC on your phone, you can check these things. We're gonna get to that in a moment, but that basically, it did cheer me up when I found that out, so yeah, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about that, I guess. So, not doing so great, huh? About a year ago, actually it was March 12th, 2020, that Norway closed down everything because of the coronavirus. At the time, it affected me mainly because I was still physically going to school, and that whole thing just closed down. We went over to doing just like Zoom, which worked-ish okay for the first semester. It wasn't great, definitely not the way we were graded. Rather, like, the way we were tested wasn't great, in my personal opinion. So it became a bit of a challenge, but somehow we got through it. This happened in March. We ended the semester somewhere in May, I believe. So it wasn't that long of doing it this way. So I managed and stuff. But then in fall, everything just totally fell apart. But I remember initially when this happened, I got so obsessed with it. I was really like watching the news constantly. I had the news channel on constantly because it was running like 24-hour, like with recaps and then some updates and stuff. But it was running constantly like its own section on coronavirus for like a good week at least, probably longer. And I remember I had it on pretty much always. I was really like obsessed with it because I was worried, and when I worry I get really obsessed. But then eventually I managed to like mellow out and just have a normal approach to the news again. And time passed. In the summer last year, Norway did pretty well, so it actually didn't feel that bad. And then in the fall it all went definitely in the wrong direction. So fall was kind of rough, but somehow I managed to like stay kind of on top of it emotionally and like mentally. I managed to find some sort of patience and some sort of just like understanding that I'm just waiting and that's just what is happening right now. Like some sort of calm in all of it, just patience. And then over winter, I've been sort of in like this waiting phase, and now I am back to being restless and a mess. It's a little hard for me to like properly tell how I'm doing lately, like what is up, why do I feel this way, because there's nothing particular that is standing out to me as being like a big issue in my life at the moment. Sure, there are many small issues, and most of my issues stem from just being unable to do anything about the things that I want to do. I have some sort of plans that I sort of want to get and do, but I have to wait until things are possible, because right now they're not. I'll talk about it when it becomes possible, because it's gonna be somewhat of a journey. I just don't want to, but for the most part I've been able to stay positive through it. But right now I'm really struggling with it. I feel very not great. It's hard to put into words, because here's the thing. I feel really restless in my soul, if I can say it that way. Like I'm anticipating something, and I'm waiting for something, and I'm excited about something, but that something is still far away, undetermined, and it just sort of messes with me emotionally. I'm struggling to make use of my time because it feels like I'm not supposed to be here doing this right now. This doesn't make sense. I'll just move on. I don't know. I haven't figured it out. So the other day, I don't actually remember where it came from, but I discovered that you can actually get an app so you can check your balance and stuff on Suica and Plasma cards, which are like transit cards in Japan. It's not just transit. You can also buy drinks with them, pay with them in a lot of places and stuff. I'm pretty sure this is the first one that I got when I went to Japan the first time in 2015, and then this one got, when? I actually don't remember, but when I was traveling with a boyfriend, year later, some year later, I don't know. So I got these two, and I figured out, like, I heard about the app, and so I downloaded the app, which, what is it called? It's called Suica Reader. I think I just Googled it, like in the Play Store, not Google. I think I just looked it up in the Play Store. And how this works is that you have the app, and then you have the card, and I have my NFC on right now, and it's on scan, and then I just scan it. That's really cool, isn't it? So on this card right now, I have 903 yen. It was last used on March 23rd, 2019 at 11:56 in the morning. Now, I'm not entirely sure what I bought with this because I can't read these kanji. I know I'm supposed to know at least a few of them because the descriptions are in Japanese. So, and I can see JR East, Japan. So charge off the card with 1,000 yen because I'm assuming we're going to use it for something. And the one below that, it was a bus in Tokyo. I'm pretty sure I know where that was and what that was actually. And then I have a lot of payments that are just like 110 yen, like 100 yen, 130 yen. That's the machines, the drinking machines. What's it called? Vending machines. The ones for drinks. I buy a lot of that one over there. So that's one card. And then the other one is the newer one. This one has 480 yen, and the last thing this was used for was the bus. And before that, lots of drinks. This one last time used March 22nd, 2019. So it's actually almost 2 years ago since, well, it is 2 years ago since I was traveling last, because I think we went to Korea first and then Japan and then Korea again. And I just thought it was fun. For some reason, this got me really excited. Just being able to use them, because I know that I'm not going to be able to travel for a while because obvious reasons, but just, I don't know, not too long ago I actually had to take a bus trip, which is not normal for me anymore because I live downtown. My workplace is walking distance. When I still went to school, that was walking distance, and we have a car. So when we go kind of further, we use the car, and then when we're just doing things around here, we walk. So I hadn't taken a bus in a long time, but I had an errand and I had to go, and I took the bus. And for some reason that also got me really excited, because it just, something about like feeling like you're going somewhere. I don't know, it was really weird. And then also I had to look through my cards. Like this is the business card for the hair salon that I went to. This is a single journey to, oh, this is Korea actually. This is the ticket that we got for going to the airport. Usually I don't use that, I use the other cards, like T-Money card, but I don't know, it just happened. This is kind of fun. Now we have moved on to the part where I go through memories and cheer myself up with them, by the way, if you couldn't tell. So was it the last trip we went to, or was it the one before? I think it was the last trip we went to, maybe. So we stayed at an Airbnb in Korea that was really, really bad. There was mold in the shower. I know I should have left a complaint, I just never got around to it, and now it's too late, so my bad. But yeah, we were there for I think 3 days or something, and didn't shower for that time. And yes, I know it sounds gross, maybe it was 4 days. It was really gross, but I refused to get into that shower full of mold. And we didn't really, like, maybe we could have found somewhere with a shower, because that's what we ended up doing in Japan. But I don't know, for some, it was just kind of like, we'll shower when we get to Japan. It kind of turned into that. I know it's gross, but it is what it is. So we left for Korea and went to Japan during that trip. And then we stayed at a capsule hotel in Osaka. But, and I didn't know this before I booked it, but that capsule hotel actually didn't have showers. They had one like big like public bath thing. That was like, some days it was for men, some days it was for women. It wasn't for both, like it was just one area. And the day we arrived, it was only for men. So we were like, you don't have showers? And we were like, okay, what do we do now? Because we haven't showered in a while, because there was like the shower in the Airbnb was non-usable. And I don't remember where the idea came from. Maybe I googled places to shower in Osaka, I have no idea. But we ended up actually going just around the corner to a internet cafe called Nettomaru. Now, I don't know if this was like a premium. I've been to a different one in Japan before. This one felt a little bit more classy than that, maybe, I don't know. We got a couples booth, like just like one of the closed ones, just to hang out in. We had to sign up for memberships. High quality internet room. I guess it's sort of more of a premium room, maybe. I don't know. I don't have much to like compare with. But we went there because I looked it up, and they had showers. Like I specifically checked before we went there, because if not, that would be a little useless. So yeah, they had showers. I would think it was 100 yen for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't remember which one, but it wasn't expensive. So yeah, we went there. had a shower. I think actually we brought shower stuff from the capsule hotel because they did give you like, you know, like a towel and stuff like that. I think we brought that because I don't think we had any. And we weren't sure if the internet cafe was gonna have it either. So we brought like the towel from the capsule hotel, went to the internet cafe, signed up, got great help because we couldn't navigate the system because it was in Japanese. Got ourselves memberships, went to the booth, and then we just had some coins. I think I had them. I don't think I had to exchange that. I think I already had coins. And then we just took turn. Like he went and then had a shower, and then he came back, then my turn. I went, had a shower. Got showers. That was great. So that saved us. Hygienically, really. I can't believe I didn't realize that they didn't have shower. I don't know. I think maybe they used to have. I think the public bath thing at the capsule hotel was relatively new. But anyways, yeah. Internet cafes saving the day. I have no idea what this costs, by the way. I don't feel like it's a lot because I live in a very expensive country, so nothing feels like expensive to me when I'm out of the country. That's a lie. It's not like nothing is expensive, but most things don't surprise me price-wise. So before we move on to Korea, these ones. I want to talk about these ones a little bit. I thought about making a video about them, but these days it doesn't feel that relevant because there's no tourism. These are the JR passes, JR Rail Pass. These are something that I definitely recommend to people if they want to travel a bit around in Japan. Pretty sure you can get like JR East only or JR West only, or you can get the general JR Rail Pass. These are the general ones because we kind of went a little bit everywhere. These are also from 2019. These are for March 18th is when we got them, and then they lasted until March 24th. And I think these are 1 week passes. You can get 2 week passes as well. So we got one each. They were expensive, definitely, but they let you take the Shinkansen, not the fastest one. The absolute fastest, newest, nicest Shinkansen, you're not allowed to take with these. But all the other ones you can. And we got them because we knew we were going to travel a bit back and forth with the Shinkansen. Because at that point, it got cheaper for us to get these rather than flying with airplane. Also, airplanes take longer, more of a hassle, all that stuff. And we use them a lot just in general on trains because you can use them on all JR lines. We still had like these cards for the lines that were not JR, which we had to take occasionally. But yeah, usually these, so neat. I love Shinkansen. It's very comfortable. In my head, you have like a meter in front of your knees with space. That's apparently not entirely correct because but that's how it felt like for me. I'm really short though. My legs are really short, so I usually have space. But yeah, lots of space. There was like a table you could take up. You can eat there if you want. I think I saw someone discussing them actually at some point. They were talking about, is it worth to get these? Apparently there are calculators online where you can put in your itinerary and it'll tell you if it's worth getting them or not. And then someone commented on that and they were like, no, but it's such a hassle to use it. Just use the other ones. It's not a hassle. If you have this, and you go to the train station, you know the place where you scan your card? At one of the sides, there will be a booth with a person in it. It's literally just like, instead of going to the thing where you scan your card, you walk up to the booth, you do this, they look at it, they don't check it. At least they never did with us. Like, I think we just showed this side. We just went like this and they were like, yeah, go through. No hassle at all. But yeah, mainly we got these because we arrived in Osaka, then we went to Tokyo, and then we went to Fukuoka, which is like 3 Shinkansen rides, which is very expensive if you're gonna just pay for it. And also you can reserve seats with these, and that's super great. I love these. These are really happy memories for me. Just so nice. Okay, last thing, ThisMinah cards. We're back to Korea. This cannot be particularly interesting for anyone other than me, but it makes me happy, so I'm gonna do it. With this, I got an app called T-Balance Check. It seemed like there were several apps for this. I just took the first one that seemed okay. So it's just a screen, and then you scan it, and then it shows up. I have 1,001 here, which is not a lot. I guess 1,001 gets you somewhere. Actually, I don't remember what it costs. I actually have no clue. I can tell what things cost in Japan because it says like the history of it. Here it does not. Here it just says your balance. I have no idea how far you get with 1,001. And then the other one. I love this one because this is the cute one. This is the Line Friends one. This one I only have 351 on. I don't think you get particularly far with 351, but yeah. Ta-da! These are also super neat. I'm pretty sure you can pay, like, it's kind of like same with Suica cards. You can pay for like several things with them. This one was issued in 2015 when I first went, and this one in 2016 when I went second, I can tell. This is such a pretty card though. Like, how cute is that? It's so cute, and the color is real pretty. Okay, so this one. little bit of a story before I leave, and I feel already so much better. And after this, I'm gonna continue tidying a bit. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sitting in a different spot. We reorganized the living room at like 2 a.m. last night. Yes, we are fantastic neighbors. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to that when I finish this. But here is a little bit of a story. I feel like I might have talked about this before, but I'm not entirely sure. So when we were in Korea last, this is when we were going to go back home, I believe, yes. We were staying at a hotel, kind of like in the middle of Seoul. I don't actually remember what station area it was around, but yeah. We were in a hotel and they had a ATM there, which we just kind of thought, okay, we'll fill up these cards before we leave with like some cash. We'll get the cash from the ATMs because you can't actually refill the cards with a card. You have to use cash to put money on this. And we knew this and we were like, yeah, but we'll just, on the morning before we go, because, you don't want to take out a lot of money just before you leave the country, but there's also like a lower limit, so you have to take out at least like a decent amount of money, I think. I don't remember what the lower limit was, but yeah. We figured, no, we'll just do it tomorrow. We're using up some of our cash tonight. Tomorrow we'll just withdraw however much we need, and then we'll refill the cards, and then we'll go. But when we checked out, we went to try to use the machine to withdraw some cash to fill up the cards so we could actually take public transport to the airport. But me oh my, did that machine not work? And I really regret not asking at the hotel, because we are Norwegian, we don't talk, we don't like to ask. So we just left. And we're like, no, we'll just try to find a different machine. This is so dumb. We got so much stress from this. It's actually insane. Side note, the airport would be like about an hour away with public transport. And I did look it up. If we were to take a taxi, it would take longer because traffic and stuff. So we went outside and we relatively quickly found another ATM. But that ATM did not take foreign cards, I think. Like, we navigated the menu in English, but the error message was in Korean, and it didn't stay on screen for long enough to me to pull out my phone and try to translate it. So that was maybe an issue. And then I guess when we are in Korea, because this happened a lot, when we were an R in Korea and we are confused, it must be very visible on us because people keep asking if we need help. So this old lady who was waiting at the bus stop, she was like, "You okay, dudes?" Because we were just running around trying to find another ATM that would take our foreign cards. My pulse is going up just talking about this. Oh my god. And she didn't really speak English that well, and I don't speak that much Korean, especially not back then. So she was like, "There's an ATM there," and I was like, "It doesn't work, no foreign card." She's like, "Okay, there's a bank over there." And I don't know what building she pointed at, but again, we just kind of walked in that direction. Didn't find a bank. Suddenly found like a building with like lots of men in suits, but I don't think it was a bank. I have no idea. We just walked in that direction and we got a little bit lost. Then we tried to return, and this took a while, by the way. We did not have this kind of time because we had to make the flight. And had everything gone smoothly, we would have had like a very comfortable amount of time, but we just us running around looking for ATMs, getting helped by old ladies at the bus stop, those kinds of things. This just took a while. We started to get really stressed. And I remember I checked, like, it would be really expensive to take a taxi, but if we cheaper than getting a new flight. But it would take longer. We would probably miss our flight if we took a taxi. But then suddenly, out of the blue, this lady in like a suit thing comes up to us and she's like, "Do you need help? What do you need help with?" And we told her like, we need to get an ATM because we need to take the train. We need to have cash so we can take the train. And she was like, "Okay, follow me." And we just followed her. And we walked past the lady at the bus stop, and she just kind of, I have no idea. I think she waved at us in like some sort of fashion, like, "Did you figure it out?" And we were just like, we don't know if we figured it out. And that was the last we saw of that lady. But the new lady, suit lady, she brought us back to the train station, which was right next to the hotel. But we had already been there. We had already figured out there is no ATM here. We can't charge our cards, so we can't even get inside the gate. I just realized something. I think, because you don't get charged when you go in the gate, right? You get charged when you leave. So we probably could have entered, but we didn't know. Okay, anyways, back to the story. So she brought us to the train station, and she went up to the thing where you scan your card and you go inside so you can go downstairs into the actual subway thing. Not train station, subway station, sorry. And then she, instead of like, using like a thing to get us, she presses a button, it's like a ringing sound, and then she speaks into the little microphone thing, and then they open the gate. So I guess she worked there. And how she found us, I mean, how did she find us? Because we weren't near the subway station when she approached us and asked if we needed help. We were like over by the maybe a bank building. And then she just kind of approached and like, you need help, follow me. And then we went back to the train station. Maybe the bus station lady pointed her in our direction, I don't know. I don't know where she came from. But yeah, she brought us inside the station, and then I think we also had to go through another place where she had to use her voice to get through. Like someone let her in. And then somewhere inside the train station, there was an ATM that we could use. And then we used that. And then she got us to buy tickets. I was actually going to just recharge my cards because I had checked the price. I knew how much I needed to have. I just didn't have it. So I was gonna charge up this and just use this. And she was like, no, buy a ticket. And then I bought the ticket, which is like the only time I've ever done that. Which is fine, it doesn't matter, it's the same price. But me oh my. So yeah, inside the station, there was an ATM we could use. We got the cash, we bought the tickets inside of the station. And then she brought us back to the gate, had us leave, like basically go outside again, and then use our ticket to go back in. Because I guess the ticket needs to be scanned from where you start and then when you exit, right? And at some point during this endeavor, I think when we were walking around the train station, some random other girl just kind of went up to the lady and she was like, can you help me with something? And then she started following us as well. So we were like 3 random confused foreigners following this lady. All in all, it's a good experience. It's just... But yeah, anyways, we had our ticket, we were inside, we knew which train to get on, she helped us, like, she found a platform for us and everything, we thanked her so much, and then she left, and then we got on the train. And then, we both kind of had to use the bathroom, but there was no time. We were on that train for an hour. So yeah, but I think when we got to the airport, he did manage to go to the bathroom before we ran through security and got to the gate and the plane. And like, we got to return home, it went fine. We survived. We made it in time, but oh my god. That was a longer story than I anticipated. I just realized I look a little green here. It's because there's some green on my screen. We're good. I'm not an alien. But yeah, that's the story behind that ticket. Single journey ticket. I was really happy when I discovered that I could check my belt. But just being able to sort of revisit, reuse them and revisit the whole concept made me feel a lot better on a day where I just felt like laying on the floor with my face down, which I have done a lot lately. Okay. No, I feel better. I'm gonna leave now. Thank you so much for watching and for staying with me as I relive some memories to cheer myself up. If you have a travel memory that you would like to share, I would be really interested to see that. Just you know, have a little bit of a conversation because yeah, I think it's really nice. Travel stories are super nice, I think. If they are nice. I mean, if you have any horror travel stories, we can do that some other day, but today just positive ones. Please. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and stuff, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Bye bye.